stream new. We are trying to shovel something along there. And come on, Thundercats, go! So here we are after our latest war with everyone that wasn't the Holy Roman Empire. Let's go and have a look at how my vassals are feeling. Other than so we have a bunch of very happy vassals, some moderately happy vassals. Do we have any spare minor titles? We can deal with that in a minute. Yes, I'm just checking on how everyone's feeling.
The answer is pretty grumpy.
They are a little bit grumpy, though some of them are just like generically grumpy. Okay.
Probably want to make sure he doesn't win somehow.
Not sure I can.
Is he currently losing or winning?
He is currently looking like he's going to win. So
one thing you can do is you can give money to the other side so that they can hire mercenaries, but that's maybe a kind of inefficient way to...
well, if I get fed up enough, I can probably
Actually, you might be able to offer to join the war on the other side.
Yeah, let's go.
I mean, obviously, I would check whether there are any other wars you can engage
in first.
So we have a couple of revolts.
So we have a Croatian revolt, where we do not have a casus belli. That's England, isn't it? We have the Anatolian revolt, where we don't have any claims either.
You might be able to find yourself one for those.
It's possible.
They don't have to be done quickly. There's a revolt right next door to you, up in the north.
Estonian revolt. That's a holy war. Let's perhaps not.
I mean, you may be getting big enough that actually taking on all the pagans, or even the pagan defensive pact, might not work out badly. And Islam's getting fairly squished.
Yes. But. So there.
Yes, okay, the defensive pact would have a problem that you bring in the...
Well, the problem is also I'm 100% threatening all the defensive pacts will gang up against me at this point.
You do actually need to be down below 75%, is it?
It's something like that.
Yeah. Yes, most of India is not a defensive pact, but it's kind of a long way away.
It's not that far.
I'll send you the URL in the chat.
Right. So we have the Akababid Kingdom.
Quite scary size.
Which is a moderately scary size. How scary a size am I at the moment? However, I am a quite terrifying size myself. Let's zip back to that defensive pact view, see if we can find anything else near. Well, I say nearby. Sind is looking a bit smaller. What about Canem? Not part of defensive pact. It is effectively a large duchy. And we should probably... What you say? Sind, however, is a lot smaller. It's a little less accessible.
Yes. I presume you haven't actually got a port on the that connects to the Indian Ocean.
Alas, no. I mean, hang on, if I zip back to the defensive pact view, can I trivially get one?
Not really.
Not really, not without actually
Seems
doing
to
one
have
of these
got you by
walls.
Or, yes, Muscat.
Yeah.
Well, he just has maps to point to people and then tell them go on. I haven't used them.
What's that little bit next to the river that runs into the Caspian Sea? That's a weird place.
So it's a random revolt.
Oh, right.
I don't have any claims against it.
The reload check.
Just going to see if I
Of course,
can
it's probably unlikely to be able to get
a claimant on any of these, yes. I realise that, but that's why I'm going to look at almost everything.
Call through the doorway of the building opposite. That's not a doorway if you aren't calling through it, but it's close. Okay. I'd climb over it. Oh, was that a thing on the water thing? Put a knife on it. Oh, but there was. You get close to it, isn't it? Okay. Ooh.
Well, let some time tick and let's.
Another,
Okay.
you might be able to track down some claimants to the realms in the various revolts.
Possible
Defense
people.
pact in the usual, we've just loaded and something goes weird when we
Yes.
load.
What I'm going to do is do the usual trick of watching it all tick up, and then check. Hang on.
It's coins. These are the collectibles in this game.
Okay. So let's. Let's do a quick check. What we have available is a barony, and we do have an emergency county of Santiago as well. Should we, happen to need one. Right. So, Holy Roman Empire's left. So's the Byzantine Empire. And so, let's zoom in a bit
We
more.
have a kind of a plan to
And Ruthenia.
edge into the western edge of the Holy Roman Empire by
Yes.
finding claimants, possibly already having claimants on the various duchies in the French bit, in the bit that should be in France, well actually that should be in Burgundy.
Yes. So,
Dauphiné, Savoie,
so here's a possibility. And I think we want Dauphiné anyway. It's more counties, I think. Right, well, let's. I don't know how long he's only got a weak claim.
Maybe it's like a Leo
The duchy is, however, held by a woman.
so a weak claim will do.
A weak claim would do, yes. Let's invite him. check on the general strength of the Holy Roman Empire, which is substantial but not like overwhelming. Let's also see what claims we've got on the Holy Roman Empire, Byzantine Empire.
The current empress is female, so we can work with that. Of course, doesn't matter here.
She's claimant to everything, but unfortunately is a woman. And how scary are they? They're not that scary. I mean, it might be possible to do them and the Holy Roman Empire at the same time.
Yes, if we have like a good claim.
They've got a lot of piddling sub-realms though.
Yeah, I feel that going for some independent kingdom would be a more reasonable approach.
Yeah. Also, like, Ruthenia is currently really feeble. Although I would need someone with a strong claim for that.
Indeed, someone who join your court. Weak claims on both Bohemia and Ruthenia, but
Let's just check that we don't have. And he's in the defensive pact, however.
Hello, Jacob.
Still briefly in his back of the defensive pact realm. So, Vladimir is not. Let's just check we don't have a good claim against him already. How scary is he? Moderately scary, but we could just about do him at the same time. What about you? You have weak claim on the kingdom. And that's it. Okay, right, well, let's wait for... Okay. So some more people have left the defensive pact.
still neither of the remaining Irish deputies.
Beacon, though.
We already have a claim to Beacon.
Yeah, let's just check he's not too scary. Right, he's not too scary. Yeah, right. So, right, let's declare war on Beacon. To claim Beacon. She's already landed. And let's be brave and declare war for Dauphiné on behalf of...
Hang on, you already have. Was it?
It's just one after the red refuge.
You already have a claim
Don't-
to Dauphiné, you state.
State!
So you've still got that spare barony if you want to, if there are any little realms that you feel like
I'm sure it won't be
stamping on. I mean, like, even like in single counties and such like might be worth just, well, if we can spare 1,000 troops.
Now, how have I got a notification that my holding is under siege? I
Because
mean,
it's inside the Holy Roman Empire. The moment
Oh,
you
right.
started the war, they raised troops
there.
to
Right.
attack it. I mean, it might be worth having a look at like tiny places that are conveniently nearby.
Hang on, I need to find some of England to click on to find any...
So, like Leon or Aragon or something.
I thought it was about 5 or 6 years ago. Okay,
No
maybe-
claimant for there.
Yeah. Yes, but then you can always track them down. And you go up a level.
Oh, yeah, good point. Mistake.
Abby said that Joel killed her dad, didn't she?
Okay, what claimants do you have then? Yeah, do you have a claim
Why
for
is he
Susan?
dead?
That's lovely. You have a I was trying to look for a use for that barony.
Yes.
It turns out here's another one you could play directly. I assume she's small and not terrifying. Yes.
She does have a thing with the Duke of Barcelona.
Yeah. I think if you were to throw this in, then I would say that would be enough anyway.
But that's not what I want, Duke of Barcelona. What?
I think you've lost Aragon in
I've
the
lost Aragon
chain
in
of
there.
things, upper level.
Oh, it's cultural bonds.
So
So-
yeah, I think if you were to declare war on her, it would turn out we don't need that thing because we have so many claimants kicking around to more or less interesting places.
Right, so let's declare war on her.
I think 3 wars, one of which is against the Holy Roman Empire,
Is
probably
plenty.
sufficient.
So, off we go to the good old sub-realms view. Right, you are...
Adjustments
Right.
machine is called
Review.
PS4.
Let's try to see. Okay, so... I'm not going to raise files.
It's your turn, Simon. It's your turn again.
Hang on, let's zoom in.
Don't keep sneezing, it must be your turn.
So let's go over there. Let's go over there. That's fine. I'm staying the other side of the mountains from
Yes.
the random Portucalian army.
And you're not going after the realm that's currently mostly invaded, aren't you?
I am.
Oh,
It's
yes, you're
Aragon.
going after Aragon. Okay, yes. Sorry, I was confusing Aragon and Barcelona.
Right, so we're going after Viken. Remember how many people were in Viken?
Why it's going to kill it? When you
3,000. Right, let's zoom in it so we can see some stuff. Right.
That'll do the job.
That will do the job. Right, I think you'll do the job. Right, in you go.
Oh, is Abby now going to see Joel?
Right, now the hard one.
Now the hard one.
Are we playing?
Right, so that is the target duchy. I don't know why Genoa are there and
They may be a vassal of the Holy Roman Empire, and we know from past experience that those kinds of vassals appear as their own armies.
yes. So let's get you guys together in there, and then we'll probably march in there and then raise someone over there.
Looks like we have
Ooh,
someone has a holding in South.
It's true. Right, that's Brittany. That's England. That's... I don't know, I've already raised Carthaginiensis. So... let's raise the Scottish army. Let's find an organiser. Don't know.
We're here.
You're going to Hamburg. Where's Hamburg? I never know where any of these places are. There's Hamburg. Right, let's send you straight in there. Guys can get to go on the Hamburg party. So, right, so then I want Polish revolt. Poland, Lithuania. So let's grab you lot and march over there. To Denmark, however, I definitely want to raise. Okay, so what have I not? So I've raised Scotland. I've not raised Wales or the English revolt.
Ooh. We have to day one. We're not
Wales,
happy here.
English revolt.
Now we do it all again. It's happy.
March you in there. Let's shove you on a ship. I've raised Ireland. I've not raised Cumbria. I've not raised my personal levies. And in any case, I should perhaps not do any of those things until I need to, because I'll want to avoid or have some reserves for dealing with the thrilling moment when the Holy Roman Empire throws a bunch of people to go and sit down in.
You've also got Pannonia and Bohemia.
I've raised Bohemia, I raised them over there, and I've raised Pannonia over here. Armenia, however, we should be raising. Let's raise you over there.
I'm sure
Let's stick.
because we're going to get back to the same point, aren't we? They're going, done, point now. I doubt it because we've already seen the game climax at that point otherwise.
And march you into that random bit of the Holy Roman Empire. I can always raise some stuff. So we've raised France over there. Oh, I can raise some.
What little there is of Jerusalem.
It's not inconsiderable. Sort of march you over that way. See what happens. Right, that's the exarchate of Franconia. I've raised Franconia already. What I haven't raised is Badajozian Revolt. Or Badajoz. Can we raise some shipses? Can we raise some more shipses? Can we dismiss those shipses? And let's march you up into there. And let's stuff you in the ship. And wait, okay, right. I think that is adequate preparation. So, some people are leaving the defensive pact against me in the traditional fashion. And some people join the defensive pact against me in the traditional fashion, which I think means it was the right point to go to war at. And of course, lots of people are leaving the defensive pact at this point because secure in the knowledge that holding Dorset is under siege from.
Oh, that looks like a. And there's an army there. Oh, it's a moving army. No, I think this is not a rodent.
Okay.
Certainly the baseball trap under the other.
It's an outer step. Okay. Glue. I'm going to put myself on that army. Let's go and say hello to actually besieging somewhere. Yay. English army arrives in Dorset. Shovel onto ship. So, where do I want to bring them ashore? I want to bring them ashore, I think, here. English armies arrived in Poznan. Yeah, well, I need some more armies to arrive there. Get on that ship. And we will ship you also off to there. Right, we are in Hamburg. They are running away, okay. They are running towards, let's put some more people in there to back up Procopius. Right, let's in fact put Baldwin in there. And right, Nova, yes, we know. Right, okay. arrives in Hamburg. Right.
Okay.
Glue you guys together.
I can stop or I can come back after you've done your... Okay. Well, that's
So
what you
you have arrived there. You've arrived in the wrong bloody county. No, hang on. Right, no, that's fine. I am in the right county.
In here there are a bunch of bonus things to interact with, and then when we're done you grab the bag by the dead. There you go.
You might as well go and sit on something Holy Roman Empire shaped while I wait. Let's just briefly head over this way to check that there's not a terrifying army obviously there. Right. Another army has arrived in Hamburg. Right.
Oh, it's shattered.
Oh, the Norwegian lot have got, or the Viking lot have got on a ship and are possibly heading off to you're besieging somewhere. We're going to glue you lot together and send you off to some other county. So,
It just says there are various bonus things. I have no idea what that
British
is.
army arrived in Libus. Right, we're besieging somewhere. That's good. We like besieging the Holy Roman Empire. Right, good.
Okay. Interact with the bag.
British army's arrived in Poznan. Let's get that army glued together. Right, okay. Okay. British army arrives somewhere. Yeah, good. Glue armies together. Right. English fleet arrives in Saint-Onge.
The script I've got seems to suggest that the reason Ellie is upset for killing Owen and Mel is that she didn't get the information from them, not that she just spotted that Mel was pregnant. It was clearly that she thought Mel was pregnant.
You lot,
Coin. Alaska.
get over there.
We killed him on her own
I
door.
think Vienna is a fine place for you lot to be. Right, so, good. Glue you lot together. Okay, we're going to go in there.
Is that how you...
Glue you lot together. Glue you lot together. And we've sorted out that English fleet. Jolly good. Okay, I think how I'm going to send you to here in case I need to do some. Right, let's go look at this tab. Arranged by total strength.
So there.
Okay, so I do have 3,000 people sitting in London, but they're sitting in London, which is not really the most sensible thing they could do. Where did I just besiege? Oh, right, brilliant. 15% war score. Okay. Against the Holy Roman Empire, which is nice, a nice start. It's not a relevant siege. That's right in Lucinian, but I'm waiting for more people. You're not. You should be walking over there. Honestly, I have no idea why you're drawing the defensive pact against me. I am a cuddly bunny of a leader. Cuddly, not together.
I think you probably killed this. You killed this dog yet?
No, hang on. I think I've probably got all that. Well, anyway. I think you're right. Good, we are besieging Zaragoza. Excellent. Jolly good. That's what we like to see. Someone's left the defensive pact.
I was thinking exactly the same thing.
So, Akasus. Let's just besiege that. So we're at 9%. Ooh, oh, it's -6 against them. English army arriving in Cairo. Fine, right. English army arrive in Lyon.
Okay, would you want us to her earlier on?
I'm inclined to meander you guys over there. And then I'm going to get you lot instead to go in there. Right, okay, so there's a fairly serious Holy Roman Empire army up there, but I have two armies that are larger than it nearby. So I think they see where they're going and then, you know, move people around accordingly.
Thank you all for
So we're going to Nelsons
big picture, scroll
just
down.
towards
Before
that
you go
way.
inside,
Right.
there's a
So
clock.
let's stick together some good people here.
It seems to say that, although in the picture it's yeah, I think it's in the tunnel outside.
Dairy. Right. Okay, let's do that.
Ooh. Right, yes, okay, you were shooting me, now you missed that.
Novgorodian Holy War for Poema on S. Okay, right, you do you.
Ooh, we're now competing against Manuel.
Right, so there we go. Ooh, they've made. Hey, I didn't actually want to fight you guys. I don't even know which war you're in.
I think they're essentially in the Holy Roman Empire war. I reckon they're vassal of the Holy Roman Empire.
Right. No, that's that lot. That's okay. That's okay. And what time is it? 2 ticks. We want time at 1 tick while we're doing this kind of terrifying thing. Right, so he's a 25-point steward. Priest is a 19-point steward. Right, I've got a new steward. Get researching. Economy tech. God damn it. Zoom in so we can actually see any of the county of Middlesex. Right, there we go. Right. So, battle.
You haven't lost that one yet, despite
No.
the little weirdness.
It's gone a bit weird, but it's fine.
They found some more troops, right?
Yeah, but I've got some more troops. I've got a lot more troops that will be with us. Hopefully, just about. one day. They just have to last till.
Oh no, they've got another county to go to.
Oh, Nice. Damn it. Right. Oh
8th
well.
of February. I don't think it'll last till the 8th of February.
I might not last till the 8th of February. I might last till the 8th of February. You never know. There's an inconvenient mountain range in the way.
No.
No, not quite. Alright, hang on, let's...
They're already moving blocks. So
They're already movement locked, so...
they're going into that battle, whether you like it or not.
Slip belt when...
Let's arrange that they win it.
Exarch of Armenia, right. So... Right, let's zoom in so we can find that battle.
So I don't know if this will contribute to your war score against the Holy Roman Empire.
Let's just check that everywhere I'm besieging things, I am actually besieging something useful. You're not besieging anything meaningful. You're doing okay, right. Off we go. Norwegian Holy War for Cola. Okay, good luck. Holy wars are hard. Although possibly not as hard as beating everyone else in the world because they're all in a defensive pact against you. Or at least they will be again in about 10 minutes. At least got us up to positive war score. That's small enough that in a little bit we can assault it, and let's assault these up now. Okay, so you guys get back over there, which is where we wanted you in the first place. Let's glue you lot back together. I don't know where you're going, but probably over here. Right, let's got everyone up to a healthy piece of war score. Good, good. Right, that's going to distract the Norwegians somewhat. How are we doing? Right, we need to... march you into that bit of Viken so you can actually besiege something. So, right, we don't have any battles against Viken. We don't have any sufficient battles against the Holy Roman Empire because that didn't count to that war score. Yeah, okay, right, so we're a bit short on battles all round. Okay, there's a 14,000 strong Holy Roman Empire army coming this way, but that's fine. I'm sure it will be friends with me. Right. Let's march you over there. So now we're in Vestfold. What are we besieging in Vestfold? Perfectly reasonable thing to besiege. Right, okay. So we've got that 4,000 Holy Roman Empire army sticking the papacy. I'm inclined to assault that and drag you over there and drag you over there to meet up with your best mates, and then maybe we go and attack the Holy Roman Empire. What have we got there? No, that's not worth assaulting. What's that? Right, okay.
Okay, looking for a day and see you next time. Bye-bye.
Okay, so there's a bunch of Mallorcans sitting in Mallorca. Okay, fine.
Are they essentially part of this war?
Well, they're separate duchy and they're hostile to me, so
Well, you can check whether they're officially.
they're not
officially part of the war, so I would suggest that you probably.
I want to avoid them, yes. Okay. Glue. Where is... Let's try and march you lot over there and squash that army. Right. I've been to Aubenas. I was there on a not a French exchange ship, but some European schools getting to know each other better kind of trip, which was entertaining. Turns out I was terrible at canoeing. Yes, well, I have no coordination, and at the time I had no upper body strength, so this was a fairly dismal combination, you know. And it did not take a genius to work that out. Oh dear, something's happened to one of my commanders. So, right, you're a skilled tactician, you'll do.
You haven't yet been 5 years since your last Academy hero was released.
Well, I don't think it's been 5, because...
Actually, if it's still marked as important, then it'll...
That's true.
Be when you do the next recruitment.
It is currently marked as important.
Which seems reasonably safe, because you probably, given your turnover of commanders, want to pull in a new Academy hero every
5 years, yes. Let's just briefly check on the factions. Oh, right, we'll have to do another round of, oh no, not independent stuff. Prusignan. Okay. Right, no, now getting... Right, okay, let's just assault that. Right, yeah, right, well, let's... Actually, no. Do I have a spare speech person? I do not. Well, let's march you over there. Because I've got like 20,000 men there in that region, which I think is a reasonable number. Right.
So was that an adequate battle
For Holy Roman Empire purposes, yes.
Excellent, right.
That's fine. So I shall just march these guys
So
into
you
the
can
next
avoid
county.
engaging the big Holy Roman army entirely, if they're pleasant and just sit down there in the papacy.
Yeah. Which I can do by some fairly aggressive assaults, because
There you go.
there we go, 100% more score.
Check your claims have landed, yes.
Enforce demands. Count of Provence gains Duchy of Dauphiné. Yes. Brilliant. Right, we can create the Kingdom of Arles.
Which was indeed our target.
Brilliant. Create the Kingdom of Arles. Yeah, there we go. So,
And you want to find its de jure vassals. Probably. Switch that page to de jure view, then you list de jure vassals as well.
hang on. What I want is so he's the Duke of Dauphiné. I think I should make him Viceroy. I can't make him Viceroy, we're in the middle of a war.
Can you not? That didn't look like it was causing you trouble. I think you may be confused about what you're allowed to do.
Yeah. Okay, well I can grant him a Viceroyalty. Right, anyway, so we now have the Viceroyalty of Arles.
There may be some other things he wants. Oh no, that should have automatically brought in anyone who might want as a vassal. Just check. Kind of grumpy because you fought him, but on the other hand, you just granted him a Viceroyalty and pressed his play.
Yeah. That number hasn't updated yet because I've not unpaused.
Yeah. So that looks like he doesn't want anything else out of you, so that's lovely.
Right, so I'm going to send those 10,000 into Spain because that, and I could put Danish in charge of that now. Well, I should be able to put Danish in charge of that now, but unfortunately it looks like he snuffed it.
Oh dear.
How it works.
Oh, I think you may need to recruit yourself into the organiser.
Let's see if we can recruit ourselves in the organiser. Search all, gender, inconveniently male. Join court, yes. 90 sticks.
Organise in there. 17.
Well, let's invite him to court. So, let's step back to our own view. Right, you're happily besieging things there. You lot, I think, should go there, and then I can split you up a bit, shove you on a ship, shove 5,500 of you on a ship, ship you over there, and kick Viken a bit while.
So you still have a leading a battle against Viken situation.
I need a battle against Viken, and I need a battle against Aragon. I don't seem to have a spare commander slot. Oh, let's go and have a look.
No, because I think you appointed a new commander as soon as there was a slot available.
Yeah, let's. Him in there, so basically I can then nip in and squash that army. Right, you can be disbanded. You can be disbanded. And then I'll just split that lot up, disband half of it and send some of it on a little trip. You've arrived in Carcassonne. Right, excellent. So now I can march you in there. You will see me coming, but you won't be able to get away because I'll have organiser. Oh yeah, you guys. Let's dismiss you. At least, because then I can re-raise you slightly more geographically sensibly. Okay, the Mallorcans are coming ashore there, which is entertaining. But I'm not quite sure what they thought they were going to get out of this. Other than the swift kneeing in the nuts from Portugal. Let's go and say hello to that province. I'm sure it'll be fun. You've got someone reasonable in charge. And in any case, you'll get to escape from that battle and go into this battle. Where are you going? You're going to Barcelona.
I was going to say, since you have an organiser, you could have got there sooner. But you didn't cancel the Still, since you've got an organiser, you should get there before they leave.
Yes.
Okay, the Pisan army is still, or whatever it is, Genoese, was it maybe?
Yeah.
That army is still hostile to you.
So, right, what I want is new unit. It's too many, let's... No, you're too big, you're too big. Yeah. Disband. Distress. Joined. All the way. Ship. Shall we live there? And see how we're getting on with slowly finishing this battle, which is taking slightly longer than I expected, to be honest. That's still got me like nothing. Yes,
You've got something to siege.
I've got something to besiege.
Possibly those were armies of a sub-realm or something of the kingdom. Oh, you've got managed to keep... Oh, what was that? just someone inheriting Aquitaine. Is that you re-inheriting Aquitaine?
I don't think so. Hang on, let me just check. Yes.
So maybe you can grant it out of the authority.
Really doesn't like me.
There is an opinion view
Oh yeah, hang on.
somewhere. I think it may be called diplomatic relations. And then if you go to the title that you're trying to assign, it doesn't quite work, but
What?
So then you can go, well, about half the vassals there kind of like me.
Right, that's the most cheerful vassal we've got. Let's grant that viceroyalty. Let's unpause. Let's...
Well, we want to go back to the central view now.
Straight to Norfolk. Disband that fleet. Okay. Indeed. Back to Navarre. Where's Navarre? You're running. You're really running away. Well, in that case, let's go and...
There is another unoccupied battalion as well.
Yes. June there. No, that's the wrong direction. Yes, I'm into this bit here. Oh, I've stopped being Roth. Oh, I've got that bit as well, yes. Kinswoman snuffed it. It's a sit down and wait job. Wow. I should probably use up that then.
Yes. We very much probably going to want to assign it to someone either maybe to the local count or maybe to the exarch army.
He gets the Duchy of Mosul. Where's that siege going? Okay, that siege is going boringly, but that's what we want. Right, so should perhaps have put slightly more commanders in charge of that, but never mind. Yeah, I don't think there's anything to worry about. .64% more score. Right, we now have measurable amounts from that. Yeah, I'm just going to disband that lot. And go and see what we are doing in Spain. Sitting down and waiting. Right, good, we can do that. When did we start these wars? 1274. So we've got a little way to go before we hit the 3-year mark if I can't manage to find anyone to have a battle with in Spain.
Since you're taking the kingdom anyway, you can always do this by 100% occupation.
It's true.
Like, there are in a few more counties. You've only got one, and they're all seem to be full of bloody level 6.5 forts, but...
Yes. I can just do it and wait it out.
admittedly, plenty of other people are besieging them too.
Yeah, but I've got bigger armies.
Yes, I think actually the Genoese or whoever it is army is there because they're fighting with Aragon as well.
Yes. Yes, of course, the interesting thing is you don't need to sort of... Why am I getting attrition? Look, I'm right next to... Yes. I was trying to do that.
Supply limit 7,000, total troops in county 10.7,000.
Okay, right, let's make a new unit.
Past the Kingdom of Portugal, that's not very interesting.
Is it?
Yes. Mark over the destinations over there.
Oh yeah.
Kingdom of Portugal. Don't go into the corner because your army isn't big enough to defeat the armies there. I would go over to the outlying bit to the west.
This bit?
Yeah.
Oh. Yes, so unfortunately you have to go round this mountain range. I don't know which mountain range that is, but it's definitely a mountain range and it's definitely in Spain. Looks like that might be a small bat. That is a small bat. Let's unpause because mysteriously you can't fight battles and you can't besiege sieges while time is frozen.
They spike at least.
So we checked up the despot of England a lot. Okay. That's still giving me 0% on battles.
Very odd.
Yes. I don't quite understand it. So what are you besieging now? A 3.5 fort. Holding in Vizcaya is under siege. Right, well, I think we can redirect him a little and stop our holding in Vizcaya being under siege for like a couple of minutes. Then let's put some useful people in charge of that army since it's running around a lot. Danish-English revolt de jure war, okay. Whatever.
So I can't find a name for that range of mountains. Oh, actually, maybe it's not where I think it is.
I mean, it's... Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I think the mountains in central Spain are not quite as well defined and named as they are in Eastern Europe. Like the names appear to apply to much smaller areas than that entire mountain range.
My despots are busy usurping titles from each other. Which is fine, because of course of my habit of building holdings somewhere random and then...
They will tend to usurp them and...
Eventually.
Yes.
Right, so we won the Battle of San Sebastian and we captured some people. Hooray! We've actually managed to achieve a battle there. Right. If we go to not Navarra, that bit. Aragon. Kingdom of Aragon. What exactly is happening up here? We appear to, we've appeared to have been about to win for like 3,000 years. Ah, we have actually won. Right, well done us. 497, let's assault that place. Welsh War, Breton Revolt War. Right, okay.
And really, you do quite well at keeping your factions suppressed compared to some people.
It's true.
So, what you see, a lot of those things appear to have top-level owners who are the stripy thing, and are they the same thing? Oh, right, they're the Duchy of Barcelona and the Kingdom of Aragon have the same art.
Right, so I've probably been fighting accidentally the wrong
Duchy of
one
Barcelona,
because
they were
also-
allied in a sense, and possibly at war with one another in another sense.
yes.
Yes, so they were at war with one another, and therefore they were both hostile to you, and both looked identical
Yes.
because they had the same bloody
The
uniforms.
arms. Yes. Right, so that's giving me 96% war score. Right, okay. Let's wander off to here. I wonder what that range there is.
It just doesn't like giving names to mountain ranges.
Hang on, there's going to be a fight here. Is that going to be between... Okay, the remains of the Aragonian army in full flight did their shattered retreat straight onto me, sitting there in the county they stopped their being shattered retreat in. Right, well that's got us some quite considerable war score, I think, because we've now killed a lot more of their army. Right, let's march you not over here. So we're now at 86% war score in the Aragonian fight. Who are you? Sweden are trying to besiege us in the UK. Let's sit down and make job. Outbreak of
I think the
disease.
northwest Spanish mountain range may be known as the Cordillera Cantabrica.
Cantabrica.
Yes, that's always only my atlas.
Okay, cool.
Obviously correct.
briefly check factions. So independence is a little bit of a worry again, so we need to go on a round of vassal cheering up once we're done. Actually, let's find, so the despot of Bohemia. Right, Norway. Norway has a lot of troops. Excuse me.
It's currently leading troops somewhere weird.
It's currently leading troops somewhere weird. Let's. But anyway, I know where their court is, which is Agda. Let's fish Chancellor out and get him improving relations over there. Right.
Known in English, according to Wikipedia, as the Cantabrian Mountains. So that's the range between Leon and the city.
Right. The one we just have to go round to get to Astorga. Ooh, you want another siege? What are we besieging now? So we still can't assault. Fine. Let's take time a little bit faster, because basically at the moment what we are doing is besieging places. Novgorod and Holy War for Kola again. I think that's how you can try it if you like, but it would be a giant otter. Currently my threat is slowly declining, but I'm sure that it will go right back up in just a second when I win these next two wars. I'm surprised at how quickly and well the Holy Roman Empire War went.
Yes.
I fully thought that I would knock off at least one of the two smaller wars first, but no, they are proving annoying. I mean, partly, of course, the Aragonian one is exceptionally irksome because of the Barcelonian issues. Oh dear, no jihad for Egypt. Ooh, I've got a 100% war score for that lot. Right. Release the peace otter. Enforce demands. Duke the drunkard gets the kingdom of Aragon. Right. Right, surely he can create that. Right, so I can probably dismiss my armies. If I click the right button. Right, so we now just have beacon. And we can... Woohoo! Stuff from Constantinople. Do we have some siege leaders? Yes, we do. Let's put in our kick-ass siege leaders, because I am bored. Bored. Scottish Revolt War for Scythia's claim. Right, fine. Internal vassal states. Right, the casus belli for all the things on Aragon are no longer valid because it's mine. Ha 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 ha. Do you want to come and get me if you think you're hard enough?
I'm kind of inclined to say maybe you should just have him fight and murder.
Well, Armenian Holy War for Muda. Okay. Good luck with that. Oof, to Normandy. Defensive pact. I think there should be some more hot water in my life. Because I am a bit thirsty. Portatron.
I think we should open the weird chocolate.
Sorry, what?
I said, I think we should open the weird chocolates. But
That box of stuff there?
Yes, from Georgina.
You can open the weird chocolates. I can have hot water. This is a win-win
They're not safe
situation.
for you, are they?
I can't have
It's a
chocolate.
box of 12, isn't it, I think? Yes. I'm currently far too full of things. Can I reserve 6? You could have one. Or at least, they could be horrible. You know, if they are hours from Georgina's. I at least reserve some of them, but I'm currently far too full.
Right. Okay, let's reappoint the exarch of
Although,
Armenia because
I
I'm
might see how big they are.
I am of course still running my kingdom at a loss, but since I've got approximately 1 squillion money, I don't think this is the world's biggest problem.
I'll have one, and then I will.
Woohoo! 100% war score. Release the peace otter.
Alter.
She probably then wants to transfer it into something.
Yeah. Let me dismiss my armies. She's already under Norway.
Oh,
Right, let's... Oh, I can hold grand tournament. Let's hold grand tournament. Let's also see if there's anything nice we can build in Middlesex. And Westminster. Oh, we're still upgrading to council town. So, Deja Kingdoms. Okay, we really don't have much of Sweden, do we?
well, yeah, you could have a look and select it and see how much we can have. So reserve. Control.
Yes. Oh look, Sweden's in the defensive pact against me. Oh. And I should do a round of vassal fettling, but let's just do the educational. I wonder who's in the defensive pact against me. Let's zoom out.
So that's just the shade of the Alps. There's a Croatian revolt.
There is a Croatian revolt, but we don't have any.
There's also a tiny little revolt in Spain, I think.
Yeah.
Well, you know, if you have a claim on the county, you may as well stomp in and get it while it's available.
No, astonishing, I do not have a claim on the county. Weird. Anyway, so. Aha, we have inherited the creed of Rule 3 again. Right. Okay, so generally we have to go a long way away or find a revolt to find someone that's not, like, deeply unhappy with me right now. Like, no, I don't want to create the Empire of Francia. I will have create the Duchy of Asturias. And then set that to realm view.
So you probably give away Leslie.
Yes, which I usually use to.
No, you're confusing Leslie and Franco.
I am, aren't I? Let's go and look at the Duchy of Trier. Right, hang on. Zoom in. Where's that? Pinion.
Select the teams on Franco and York. any options is there.
Right, you look like the least miserable person. Oh, I probably can't give it to you.
Appoint a bishop as a
Right, you are.
careful that switch all the colours around because you select yourself.
That was the.
That was that
Yes, I was just paying attention. So, right, and some of the reason you don't like that much is you like the Kingdom of Lithuania. Right, well, there we are.
Presumably,
Ta-da.
also yes, he gets 20 for loses a minus 20 for not for the king for Lithuania for not liking your having viceroyalties granted, and 20 10 for not having viceroyalties granted, 20 for not having for his watches after Lithuania.
Yes.
So and then he gets a huge wodge for just granting their viceroyalty.
Yes. Let's zip back to sense view. Right. Well, we're starting to get up to what I'd consider, Holy Roman Empire at its height kind of numbers of stuff. So. Can we righteously imprison any of our despots?
Yeah.
Carthaginiensis. 4%, but he's only got like 4,000.
I mean, I think this. No one will since despot Ethelmar is excommunicated. No one will care. You have lost your magistrates.
Wow. Cheer him up a bit. Right, let's
Set
find.
your magistrates to doing something.
Yeah.
Oh, you're doing that by that
But-
magistrate.
So let's find. Okay.
Yes, there's his capital.
Oh, right. What? Where? There.
Yeah.
Right. Ooh, I can recruit an academy hero. Well, wait till I'm in my next war.
You're about to. You are currently. in
Oh
your
yeah,
next
that's a
war.
good point. Well made. He's got 17 thing, but he's a flat terrain expert.
Misguided warrior.
Let's not. Right.
What, did he just drop dead because he did that?
Vanished
Right.
without
He
a
didn't drop
trace.
dead, merely vanished without a trace. He can't raise troops from Carthaginiensis. He's raised his flag in rebellion. You probably want to look at your sub-realms, but you
Good
maybe
point.
know where they are pretty accurately by now.
So that's the Barahosian Revolt. That's not the Barahosian Revolt.
You can raise troops in France, but only because he's engraved. It's probably best to stick to
What I think it's better to do is march that lot into there. Assemble this lot. And oh, I've got minus 12%. They're controlling all their holdings, which only that Carthaginians is right. You've contracted measles, jolly good.
That's nice. Okay, yes, that will do.
They're going to Sussex. Right, let's see in. I know we'll put some reasonable people in charge of it. Well, there's not very many places they can go.
Well, they've got a fleet. being
They have got a
better together.
fleet, but, you know, if they run away, they run away. Great. I don't have to fight them. Oh, where are you going now? Middlesex. Okay.
That's fine, we'll go through Middlesex.
Yep.
Now they're going straight to Dover, I reckon.
No, they're going back to Surrey.
Okay.
Hang on. Yes, sorry, there's Surrey. That's fine. I'm going through Surrey as well. So if they leap into the channel, well, that's nice. Oh, excuse me. Everyone in my court is a total dullard. Let's remove organiser. My religion. Right. I have to say, your desire to marry is not necessarily
Consistent with being a
a
Catholic
flick
priest.
priest, but right, let's build a training ground in Westminster. Excuse me, let's close Middlesex down. Appoint a court chaplain. Religion view. We have a little fight. No, right. I still do not want to worry about the Empire of Francia.
You just inherited the kingdom.
Yes. Which I will worry about as soon as this battle is over. Right, I think I can dismiss you lot. 1%.
I
Hooray!
don't know if this war requires a number of battles anyway. Mostly it requires you to start from exarchs.
Kingdom of Galicia. No. So, let's glue you lot together.
Probably realm views those bloody those go.
Glue you lot together. Let's just check. Quebec is an organiser, which is what we wanted. That's realm view. Run off and kick them in Carthaginiensis. I'm not quite sure why, like, this bit of Spain has a kingdom name that's named after Carthage, unless it had Carthage once, like a squillion years ago. I mean, I have something at least vaguely in the vicinity of Carthage, but it still seems a bit eccentric. Okay, yes, we had to cross a river, but you know, it could have been worse. There could have been mountains in the way, because all of Spain seems to be littered with mountains. Right, so we're up to 1% war score. So, Stonehenge. Well, let's get some gold out of Stonehenge. Right, so let's march back to here. And let's start besieging my territory. Oh yes, while we're waiting for exciting things to happen, like people meander over there to fight armies. What are we besieging? Are we besieging anything good? No, it's a 7.5 fort. We will just sit here until we get bored. Do we have any good technology? So, we can't upgrade any of that. We can't upgrade our keeps. We could upgrade our trade practices, but could I suppose upgrade my tolerance, but I think I'm
You
better.
have a lot of people disliking you for cultural.
That's true. Yes, let's do that. That should give me a
Is it
few.
just exiv auto-tran file name, not
Usually,
any
yes.
output name?
Yes.
Because it doesn't do anything obvious. Leaves it looking upside down to me. Oh well. Never mind, I'll just use
So
convert.
now we've done the fighting bit. Do we have any siege leaders? No.
Yeah. Embarrassing.
Right, well let's find some people that don't have attributes and put them in the hope that one day one of the attributes they gain might
Why have
be...
you only got 7 marshals getting? Okay, because you are actually terrible.
Yeah. I thought I had 8 at one point, but that might just have been a buff from somewhere. Holding in Agen is under siege.
I think you should just stay where you are.
I think I should stay where I am. And then I can always put an organiser in charge once I've besieged somewhere.
The thing
And
that that's going to get win you this war is actually occupying their territory.
only 3 years until I can get married.
I mean, maybe you should have chosen someone a bit older.
It's true.
Sorry. Beep. Sneeze.
Still. So, spot. Besieging 7.5 level forts is quite tedious. Of course, one of the great benefits of being like 2 years old when the last crusade happened means I might survive long enough to go on another crusade.
Oh, the next one, yes.
Yes. Which will probably be against Egypt again.
Well, no, Egypt, they failed to the Muslims failed to
Oh
take
yes.
Egypt.
They're holding in Middlesex is under siege. Right,
Oh, right.
some internal war. The Norwegian Holy War
And you
has
picked up
won.
what an increasingly substantial positive war score in this war without having successfully besieged anything. What's going on? Okay, you apparently are occupying somewhere.
Am I? Oh, that's nice.
And thus, it's not getting the hugely negative war
War
score
score.
from
Yes, from everywhere
From-
being occupied.
controls of their own territory.
Indeed. How's my threat? Really quite.
Oh, that's why we're engaging in internal wars.
It's true. Oh yes, that's what I was going to check
Because
on
don't
while I
increase your
waited.
threat, but allow you to organise your empire better.
Right, we're at 43% war score.
So if imprisoning excommunicated vassals is a good way to get their kingdom off you, you could probably, when you're popular enough with the Pope, get them excommunicated first.
It's true. Although it is just possible, I will need to time this carefully and only do this after massive crusades, when the Pope is going Could I have some hot water, please? When the Pope is going, oh yes, we love you lots. Oh, the Pope has died, long live the Pope. No, that's the Pop has died. Long live the other Pop.
On the other hand, you apparently still have a reasonable number of justified imprisonments you could make.
Yeah, well, we'll see. La la la, la la la, la la ward. So, anyway, I have a special. I've got a spare commander slot. So, you're an aggressive leader and a brilliant strategist, so let's. I do have a lot of relatives. I mean, it's good because it means, you know, we're not likely to run out of heirs anytime soon. Let's just briefly dip in on factions. Of course, the problem is it's getting harder and harder for them to do it because they need so many people, because I've got so many vassal kingdoms. I've got 24 vassal kingdoms. Which is quite a lot.
I mean, Spain is an excellent source of vassal kingdoms.
It's true.
Not so many little kingdoms that you can.
It's true. Right, anyway, right, how are we doing? We're besieging Cordova. Which is another fairly well besieged place.
I mean, you could nick next door right now and give that army a quick thrashing just before it finishes that siege.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's take me out and find our one organiser and shove us in there.
Damn it, we'd almost finished that.
Yes, and this will probably reduce it down to a level where they're going to find it hard to besiege anywhere. Thank you. That's taken us up 75% more score. Let's go back to Cordova, which we are very busy trying to occupy. Despot Gleb. Okay, yeah, you are from Novgorod. It's a less silly name than it sounds if you're from Novgorod. Kibrat, however, is not doing very well on the silly name front. Hungarian Sicilian de jure.
Oh yes, you do know that Sicily has some weird bits over there.
It's true.
Indeed, is this the standard Sicilian
Yes,
Hungarian de jure?
it seems no. I don't know. I don't think so. If so, someone unexpected has won it. So what have we got in here? We've got another tough bishopric and a territory fort and a soft bishopric that we can assault if we're still alive at the end of that. have any good commanders? No, let's go see if we can rescue some more organisers. Right. Any religion. Pointy sticks. Aha. Invite to court. Okay. Sviatopork the Liberator. Hello. La la la. Sieging things is still boring. Well, I mean, you can try and besiege somewhere in Africa, but I'm not sure it's going to go well for you as such. Okay. I mean, if it weren't for the sort of persistent dislike of some of my vassals, I could try upping my kingdom law, but that will just uncheer people up, so...
I think it seems to work reasonably well in the current arrangement.
Yes. That was a squacking giant otter, I can tell. Ooh, peace otter. Jolly good. What? White peace? I lose prestige. Right. No. I mean, it's terribly boring sitting around in the Iberian Peninsula, but we'll see who rots first. Who?
I think someone who was married and has now lost her husband and has nowhere to go.
Right, yes.
More or less.
This is just, I don't remember her ever being my courtier.
Here you go, Jacob. Jacob requested quacking again. Go on, squawk again.
Right, well, I think we could try and do the same trick, which is we besiege this thing, and then before they finish besieging that thing, we go in and kick them again.
Yes.
Which we can do once we've besieged this place, because that place is going to take approximately 1 billion years.
So we hope that the battle will get the...
War score over 100%. Otherwise, I'll probably go to somewhere else. Actually, what we could be doing is researching the fort levels of the... I mean, everywhere's got at least 6.5, but 6.5 is, easier than 7.5. They're a different style of building. Yeah, so I think I'll besiege this bit, march in there, kick them. Ooh, there's quite a lot of Barcelonian fleet there. Well, I think that's a good reason to wander in and do a little light kicking quickly.
Is Barcelona relevant?
Oh yeah, hang on, Barcelona's not relevant, it's only Carthaginiensis. Everyone's got virtually the same bloody shields, it's impossible. I thought you were meant to difference your flags in these kind of situations. Or difference your arms. I mean, technically they do have little wibbly bits across the top.
Yes. What you should really have is the system of a separate away kit for
Yes.
when you're fighting someone who's armed and embarrassingly similar to your own.
Still an organiser in there. That's Mallorca. Whatever. I don't know what you're doing, but we're slowly progressing on our next stages of everything. Okay, you've usurped a thing. That's nice, dear.
Hundred.
100%. Excellent. Release the peace otter.
Otter.
Right, there we are. We won.
So, yes, carry on. Can you now? So, have you gained that title off him? I don't think you
No.
have. No, but you may be able now to do so.
Yes, because he's now imprisoned.
And more importantly, he was a traitor by raising his flag against you.
Yes.
So I think you should now be able to, since he is a traitor, no one will object to you revoking the kingdom of Carthaginiensis from him.
Revoke.
So now you are. Oh, that's interesting. Right.
Shut
That's
up
not helpful.
About bloody Empire of Francia. We've
What's
had
the
this
next one?
discussion.
What's that? I've seen that recently. Oh right. Carthaginiensis is elected, but actually what you want to do,
Is
select the title in your, well, I suppose you know roughly where it is, but
right, well, you have positive opinion of me, and you'd like the kingdom of Carthaginiensis. Well, have this right viceroyalty, it does. Right, that disappears.
just done. Look at your sub-realms. Yes, Cordova is not part of it anymore.
Yes.
So is that a duchy of Cordova directly under you? Or?
Hang on.
So that's structured as we, more or less as we expect together. Exarch.
Right, yeah. So
Presumably the de jure kingdom of,
Cordova is directly under me.
right,
Let's-
what's its, yes, look at the de jure structure. Ah, right, so that's all part of de jure and Lucia, which you don't currently control. You do control Lusitania and Carthaginiensis,
Yes.
so I would be inclined to transfer those vassals under. Are they both exarchates at the moment?
Lusitania. Lusitania is
a
is a
kingdom. I would
kingdom.
transfer them under Carthaginiensis,
Carthaginiensis,
so that
yes.
you will get them back.
Right. Transfer vassalage.
Basically doing the same as you did.
Assuming that we can, because it doesn't always let us. Cordova. Right.
So
Right.
that now looks
That-
correct.
Now looks correct, yes. Right.
Down there. Maybe you have other odd things. I didn't. Yes, Carthaginiensis had all sorts of weird. Oh, yes, it has had all sorts of weird outlying bits that you may now be able to put under more sensible command, like there. That should probably be assigned to France if you don't have any better.
Yeah. Transfer vassalage.
One.
Chiron.
I mean, it does slightly reduce your ability to
Do ludicrous
raise
vassal
armies in
summonings.
stupid places.
Yes.
And similarly, there's a couple of green bits in metropolitan France.
Not anymore. I mean, there's that bit which is part of the
Which is
exile.
still part of the exarchate,
Kate,
okay.
yes.
And the other one's part of Ireland, yes.
Yes.
So yes, I think that's
I think we're okay with that.
probably that up. Right, what
So-
else can you imprison? Another despot you can imprison.
Despot.
Pannonia.
Pannonia.
He's the leader of a plot, no one will object. So same process again.
Let's give it a go. Oh, well, states.
No, that's what we were expecting.
It's true, it is.
So we have the rather slow process. Well, I mean, you've at least got lots of armies, lots of kingdoms nearby you can raise armies from.
So, Polish revolt, Poland, Bohemia. That's not. Yeah.
Well, that'll help.
Yeah. Right. Let's stick.
Ben,
Yes.
there's a bit when transforming him where you've got kind of an angle piece like that, and basically you want this to go in there and that to go in there, and I just go ka-chunk.
Right.
Both ends go ka-chunk simultaneously. This person's struggling trying to do that, pushing that tendon by sort of pulling this bit upwards, and is really struggling. And sure, it feels like you've got sort of a better mechanical something doing that than doing that. And I can't work out what it is.
Mechanical advantage, yes.
Is it the mechanical advantage
Yes.
that I want?
Essentially, you get more force for. I think. Yes, you do at that point because you
I
move
think
that
you-
a long way and those move a short way. So
That's
force
it, yes.
does
It's
these
the
things.
pulleys, isn't it? Yes.
Check we have the sensible number of these.
you might want to run time a bit slower while everyone's organising. their
It's
armies.
true, but how's my economic situation? It's still a bit dire.
Worry about your financial situation.
Yeah. Well, you know, it is okay to run a kingdom like this at a deficit when I have such a ludicrous amount of gold sitting around.
And every 40 years, you get another vast injection of gold.
Excuse me, I just need to check why you think that. Oh, right, because they're part of the Norwegian revolt. Well, okay. Duchess in gallery, don't care. Fellini. It's enemy. Right, well, I don't think there's anything I need to worry about imminently. Oh look, you've run into the army of Poland while we were waiting. Jolly good.
So roughly how big are
About 5,000. Assuming they can get them all together in one place.
and not end up with them being beaten up by Poland?
For
Or indeed
instance.
just passing 20,000
Yeah.
strong English army.
Yeah.
You might want to send them in there actually. Oh, they were going that
They
way.
were going that way anyway. Which is why I wasn't like overly bothered. Well, I could see how the battle's going, but I think it's eminently clear how this is going. Because it's not going that well for the despot. Right, I think my plan is to gather this lot together, march them off over here, while the big lot march around up north. Right, how scary is that? 5-point fort. Right, well I think we can, let me do a tiny bit of fettling to see if we have anyone who's a siege leader. Right, we're into siege leaders, but that's fine. I will just sit you there and then I will assault that holding. Actually, I'm glue you not together and march you in there now. The other lot are also quite, they're large enough to do their own thing. it's unpaused from the assault, then, you know, we might manage to assault somewhere. Right, 4% more score, and of course it's now going to start ticking in our favour. Right, off you go to the next place. Are you doing that? I can't tell. Yes, good. Right, let's log out.
It doesn't seem to be giving a message about any requirement for over 99 for a battle to win this.
No.
Looks like you may be able to do it by field occupation.
Unfortunately, there's quite a lot of Pannonia.
You don't actually have lots by all of it, it just means you don't get that much war score.
It's true.
Probably send them onwards with a little care. The battle wouldn't be unfair, but there's going to be fast ways to get war score.
It's true. But trying to line a suitably sized battle up is possibly a bit of a pain. I think for that one I'm just going to wait it out. I will let the lights flash faster. Who are you? You're my niece. So can we get a good matrilineal marriage for you?
How do these troops in theatre compare to the other sides? What does that mean?
I mean, I think, yeah, whether they are per unit, per person better or worse than the opposition.
We're holding Middlesex is under siege. Let's go and see if it's anyone relevant. No, it's no one relevant.
Police roll?
This is all very cryptic to me because I have no idea what's happening. Aha, I can get married now. Right, so my betrothed. Wow, she's a stonking diplomat.
Well, that was the plan.
Yep.
You know, there's a reason we waited 10 years to get her.
Married, yes. Right, and she's
It's
genius, zealous.
She looked like she was going to turn out pretty well, and yes, technically she's like your second cousin or something. But,
Wow. Now she's my wife. Ooh, of course I know I need a new ambition. So, well, let's go for the good old, can we have a son option. Let's just check, does she like me? She kind of likes me. Good, right. That's a good start. It's the only thing that determines whether sort of stoat for stoat my troops are better is this thing here with the technology advances. In that there's an implied bit of sort of training going on there.
oh right.
I think because you get better morale, better infantry defence, if so on, better cavalry stuff. Cavalry defence. Oh, that was one of the great things about being right. Right, let's be pious and send my neighbour roses. Let's assault that holding, because then we can get out of this stupid county, which seems to be a bit short on supply. Yes. Oh, that's fine. Erdahanor for Seleucus came on Armenia on Basileus block of hammer. Well, okay. You're contesting the Duchy of Armenia, are you? Well. Why can't I raise any troops in Armenia? Ah, no, that's fine. I can raise 7,000 troops. Not in Armenia. Let's go and sit you down over there. Let's put some good people in charge. Let's get rid of that foot leader. Let's get you. Organise that and let's get you. Copy us. Right, okay. And hopefully at some point I can dismiss this English army over here and resummon it in Anatolia through the magic of teleportation. Are you just out of supply? No. Okay, let me just slightly over the supply limit. Right. What's the salt like holding? It's boring up here. Right. Okay, I mean, you can try and besiege places back. Should have noticed that earlier. Bad Verity, no biscuit. Right, so you're going to win soon a bit.
What's going? Why are you paying attention to it? Oh, is someone trying to invade you?
Because someone's trying to invade me.
Weirdos.
I know. It's like you can try it if you like, but you'd be a giant otter. Right. Okay. I mean, on the plus side, this should, act to discourage my other despots from, plotting.
Well, yes.
Pour encourager les autres. Encourager. Yes, let's encourage the otters. So,
Who's that away from Rich?
back you go.
Oh, there's the
there.
thing. Oh, okay, sorry, it's fine.
Right.
Just remove the.
So,
Mm,
how is it going? Down here.
Release the jibber.
Right, we have someone in charge of that. Let's go over there. On the plus side, we are now at like 81% war score up there, which is good, because then I can raise some troops down here. Oh damn it, we're in mountains. I forgot about mountains. Whoops.
You also had a 2-to-1 numerical advantage.
Yes, but that's not
Pretty decent.
necessarily enough in mountains.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, we haven't yet proved it's enough.
It's true.
Because the narrow flank advantage they've got in the centre is proving
Very
pretty
powerful.
advantageous.
But
Happily, they didn't manage to attack your left before
before
falling apart.
we managed to squish them a
So,
bit.
yes. It was closer than it might have been.
It's true. Okay, how are we doing here? That's not somewhere we can assault. That is totally somewhere we can assault. Right, 100% war score. Release the altar. Dismiss you lot. Dismiss you lot. What?
They're not in your... Oh, no, they are in your territory.
It should be in my territory.
Allow some time to pass to settle things down. Better. And now we can revoke that. Revoke Pannonia.
Revoke title. Kingdom of Pannonia. Right.
And you
Opinions. Right.
have a nice colour.
You look like you like me. Let's make you like me even more by making you a viceroy. A viceroy. So,
Yeah. Now that you've got so many viceroyalties, that's another reason for getting any of your loose dukes underneath one of them, because they'll have a
yes,
they've probably now got a 14-point penalty for
something
the
like
number of
that.
viceroys you control.
So, right. I think all I can do at the moment is hang on. Well, I suppose I can follow them, can't I?
Yes, I think
So let's get you going over that way to try and...
so. So, who else can you do?
It's
I think you've
interesting.
now got all the despots that were on your list
Yes.
of justifiable imprisonments.
So I can imprison the Duke of Lichnidos.
But yes, there's no gain to doing that kind of thing.
Yes.
And
Right,
a random
yeah.
person.
Yeah. So.
I mean,
yes.
you might want to transfer these loose.
Well, Lichnidos, I can't, because I did want to transfer that into Armenia, but I couldn't. So, I did try. Apparently I won some
Yes,
battle.
you just ran over a tiny army.
Right, so they're going to Caswin, which is there. Okay, well let's get into this thing and then see where we're going. So where are you going? To Gillard, which is that way, and I have an organiser. Right, off you go. Let's dismiss you lot. 'Cause I'm not sure what you were doing raised over there anyway. Revoke thingy. .6% more score, and I've got somewhere to besiege. Jolly good. That'll do.
There may be a bunch of loose duchies now around all the Pannonia that didn't get.
Yes.
Maybe all didn't get kept for Pannonia that might want to go to, in particular Poland, which had a great strike of Pannonia down the middle of it.
Yes.
And they might not be available, but if they are,
We'll go and have a look once we've done this little war. Okay, King of Anatolian truces. I bet he's going to be in the defensive pact, because, I mean...
until you next reload, at which point
everyone will
Something
lead the
becomes
defensive
weird.
pact.
kick everyone else with the defensive pact feature, but you know, not,
Yes.
maybe we shouldn't be taking advantage of it, but on the other hand, I'm not sure how you kind of
Don't.
work out what that bug is so that you can say, no, you shouldn't do that.
Yes, I don't know.
I remember betrothing him. I didn't expect, I wasn't sure she was going to live long enough, but apparently she did.
Yeah, well... Eldred must live. Right. Oh, I need a new Magistros. You will just barely do. Right, let's pause. Vassals. So, Duke of Cleaver. Oh yeah, of course, because I've just... Right, I need to move. I need to move him. The vassal, the despot of Poland. Right, you want the thingy? Right. So let's transfer vassalage first of all. Cleaver. Right. Let's nip off to the capital of Poland and shove my new bloke in there on the good old improving diplomatic relations thing, which I'm sure everyone will enjoy. The apple of Basileus Brock's eye. What? So basically, some time ago, I got a thing where my neighbour was being pissed off, and I could either send him roses or nail his hat to his head.
Right.
And I sent him roses. And
now you have two choices. One of which is
I get piety, and the other
one of which is something that you
I don't.
finally came to good use.
Yes.
Okay.
And an alt text saying the apple of Basileus Brock's eye. I feel that maybe you could look this up because.
Where will be the fun in that?
Okay, let's press that button and see what happens.
If anything.
Obviously, I don't get, 20 piety, but I've got like 5,000 piety. I've got 20,000 prestige. I was about to go, wait, hang on. He was only just born, but it's a completely different one. Right. So, well, let's marry him off to the Queen of Brittany. And let's find him someone who can train him in pointy stickness, because it looks like he has a bit of a talent for pointy stickness. Why would I assign him to this guy? He's useless. On the other hand, you are an extremely pointy sticked person. So let's send you off there. Ooh, I can go to war against Crusader Jerusalem. Well, I could if... right. Now I've got a thing, right? My garden is the apple of my eye, my pride and joy. I distrust my gardener and would spend every hour of the day in my garden if I could. So I can gain the trait gardener, or I can get +2 diplomacy.
Little.
So I've got 19 diplomacy and 49 stoke diplomacy because my wife is amazing. And gardener gets me a same trait opinion. And stewardship and learning. Well, I could do with some more stewardship.
Yeah, I'd be slightly inclined to go for become a gardener.
Let's become a gardener. Yes, my only problem with Crusader Jerusalem is we do have to wait for the reloading thing, the reloading reassessment to cause everyone to leave the defensive pact. Okay, casus belli not valid. Excuse me, let's go back into a sensible realm view. Right, let's march you over there. I think my plan is to march them over there and then stop for the night, because it is... Right, let's put the Bishop of Calabria in cell. Let's also do a little bit of round of... No, I'm not going to release him.
Well, he hates you, but he's not your,
That's
not
true.
your direct vassal anymore.
He's not my direct vassal anymore.
If anyone like that is, then you should
Ditto the Duke of Kieva. Ditto the Bishop of Cabra. Okay. Right, now I can dismiss you safely. Well, that should cheer up some people. Right, so we're still building some training grounds. Right. So we can set you off for ransomage. And you off for ransomage. And I've got another child at Max Guardian, my niece. Now she's very pretty. Can we arrange what? No, not really. Let's see.
I'd be trying to give you to send them to someone who's your vassal directly or indirectly in terms of trying to keep the thing together, the empire together. But it's kind of less of an issue now that if you're granted things out as viceroyalties, then it's kind of harder to tell who's going to become the.
Yes.
On the other hand, Wales is still a kingdom.
Yeah, but he's a prince.
Yes, but that will
Oh,
mean
right,
you have
yes.
marriage ties with Wales, which will, I suspect, make it harder for Wales to rebel.
That's true. Right, so what can we get her trained upon? Still nothing to do with him. Let's use my wife. And I think that should probably be it for this evening. I think it is time to save and state. And we can try and take advantage of some things. Good night, stream.
Good night.